Alright, you're live.
Alright, everybody. We're going to talk about something a little interesting. The legalization of marijuana. Are you for it? Do you like it? Let us know. Do you celebrate on 420? Or do you recognize it as Hitler's birthday? It's all on what you follow, shall we say. I don't know if I really want it legalized. Few people that know me may know why. Let me take a little hit for a second. What are you guys doing? You guys can smoke with me. I might start up this thing where I have video feed every day. 420, baby. And we can talk legalization or, the banning of the drug. What do you guys think? Come on. I need people to really get informed. I need people to just start hitting me up, and we just need to just talk about it. I'm gonna pass the mic over to my friend Hazmatic Customs. He has a few views on the subject itself, and he's gonna enlighten us with his thoughts.
Addiction. Oh. What about addiction? Addiction's interesting. I think there's many different ways to define addiction. Everybody is in their own socially acceptable way a drug addict. Whether it's shopping, drinking and driving. Everybody has a vice. How far does it go, though? That's the thing about addiction. How far do you take it? How far are you willing to go? I don't know.
That's an interesting point. Now, I believe this. Hazmatic. I believe that no one truly knows. The man on top never knows his addiction. Never knows the power that addiction has over him or her. For the simple fact that if that drug is always available, how can you ever fiend for it? How could you ever hit that brick wall? How do you know if it makes you sick when you don't have it? You dig? If it's readily available, you'll never feel that pain. You may say things like, I'm not addicted to it, I just like using it. I've heard a lot of people say that. But then, when it wasn't there, guess what happened? The blues, baby. They got a bad case of the blues. And they was fiending. And the same people that they was pointing their finger at, laughing at, they had become this person. That's a reality check, ladies and gentlemen. When it happens to you, when you get a bad case of the blues. And at that point in time,
this message was brought to you by Pepsi. Pepsi 1.
We are sponsored by Pepsi now. But I'll tell you like this, man. There's people from many different backgrounds, different upbringings. And no matter where you're from, you could fall into that trap. Because I also know drug addicts. It wasn't even their choice to take that first puff. It wasn't even their choice to shoot it up for the first time. There's many cases. There's date rape drugs. You understand? You can look away for 1 second, somebody drops something right in your Pepsi, and you're done. You understand? Or somebody could slip you a Mickey. I'm not even talking about the, something. Yeah. Somebody could.
This message was brought to you by Budweiser.
Yeah, somebody could put a roofie, right in your Budweiser. You think you're drinking Bud Light, huh? You got the full blown Bud, baby. You understand? So you got to be careful, man. And sometimes once you go on these trips, man, you never come back. You take an acid trip and it's a bad one. Ooh wee! You run around all day talking about, looking like motherfucking Pookie. you know, or homeboy, you know, what's his name, you know, Chris Tucker, you know, in the pigeon coop. There's real people out there with these problems, so I don't really want to pick on them too much because it can happen to me, and it can happen to you. You know, so when you're in this game, man, it's just like breaking the law. You got to know the laws if you're gonna break them, because if you don't know your consequences.
Shit, it happened to me.
See, homeboy right here, man. You know, everybody, man. Everybody's susceptible to the drama, susceptible to the bullshit. Especially when you're in a small community. It's small, man. Everybody's telling. They snitching like it's the thing to do. They got a holiday for snitching. You understand? It starts at the beginning of summer. You know, they try to get all the criminals off the street. You know, I don't understand this. But listen, I'll tell you like this: the legalization of marijuana. It's happening all over. You understand? It's like a new movement, shall you say, you know? I don't know what the hell's going on with this camera, but it's not zooming in right. There we go, you know what I'm saying? But yo, it's coming. But the hustlers, I don't know if we're gonna like it, man. The hustlers gonna have to stand up and rebel against it. Cause just as sure as they legalize it, now the government, you understand, they're taxing the hustlers now, baby. You know, that's some bullshit. They don't even throw in a honey bun in the iced tea. You understand what I'm saying? This is bullshit. We got to fight against that for the simple fact that, you know, ain't too many things that we have without the government stamp on it. The streets is ours, man. And just as sure as we let them invade our corner stores, take away our liquor stores, and put in these marijuana medical Tesla laboratories, you understand what I'm saying? Before we let them do that, man, we got to run them up off the streets. They run us off the streets. They don't let us, you know, set up shop around the street from the park where the kids play. So you think we going to let them do the same thing? That's a nice thing that we got to think about, huh? Yeah. See, everybody want to legalize it because you're only looking at it, hey, man, we won't get in that much trouble if we're found with it. But what about them crossing over on our territory, man? Think about that. They tax everything. We can't buy cigarettes without getting taxed. You know, we can't get alcohol without paying a bottle tax and a tax for the alcohol itself. You understand? So now we're going to let them come through and tax our marijuana. So now we got to pay these people to grow it. You understand? We got to pay them. But where is that ever going to put money in our pocket? No, the government think they sneaky. You understand? They get us on it. They like, yeah, we don't want you to have it, to make us want to rebel. The act of not having it, you understand? So now we all want to have it. So when we see something silly like legalization of marijuana for medicinal purposes, we jump right on it because they our sensors in our head automatically click on, and they're like, oh, they're gonna let us smoke weed legally. No, it's not even gonna be like that. You understand? You're gonna have to have a medical condition to get that. Yeah, you might be able to buy it off somebody that has one of those medicinal marijuana cards, but you know what? It's gonna be some really good shit. True indeed, but you think they ain't gonna make you pay for it? Come on, man. And now so whoever get that card, yeah, you might make them rich. I don't know. I can't hate on that fact. I might break my leg this year just so I can have a motherfucking card next year. I don't know. I'm waiting to see what they decide, you understand? But I will keep you posted, and we gonna talk about this. Somebody hit me up. How do you feel? Will it help you? Will it be good for your neighborhood? Let me know. It might be good. Just think of the pros and the cons, though. It can control the environment so we can have a place for addicts to go and smoke. You know, maybe reduce the violence, crime rate, you know, because it's provided. There's an area that it will be contained. You understand? But you also got to think, that is the government, you know, putting a can on our operation. You understand? Containing us, restricting us to a barrier. You understand? We can't sell drugs over here. We can't smoke drugs over here. Stay your ass right here. That's another form of segregation. Think about it. But holla at me and let me know what you think. Hey, Ahom Productions.